Good evening, students. Good evening, Neetu, Srinivasan, Shruti, Praveen, Meenakshi, Vinay, Aditya, Sala, Sona, Vinod. Very good evening. So in this session, we are going to discuss the doubts which are asked by the students in the live classes, and even some of them messaged me some doubts and they asked me to address those doubts. So we are going to discuss that. So good evening, Hariharan. Okay, so first topic that we are going to discuss is the difference. So topic is El Nino versus La Nina. So do you know about this El Nino and La Nina phenomena? Good evening, BSK. Yes, regularly at 8 p.m. Srinivasan. So do you know about this concept of El Nino and La Nina, where you will come across this topic? Yes, very good. El Nino means less rainfall. Very good, Srinivasan. So actually you will come across these words El Nino and La Nina when you study topic of monsoon in Indian climate. You can get a 10 marker question regarding the differences between El Nino and La Nina. So there you have to write some important differences like 4 to 5 differences between El Nino and La Nina, and you have to draw diagram. Is it clear? Yes, good evening, Malvika. Yes, hello RK Informative Talks. So first let us try to jot down the points regarding this El Nino and La Nina. So before jotting down the points, you have to know what exactly the concept of El Nino and La Nina. If you once know that concept, and you can easily write the differences. Good evening, Anand. So here what happened, here you have to remember we have South America here, Australia here, and we have India somewhere here. So what is the meaning of monsoon? So what is the meaning of monsoon? Hi Rizwan. Hello Shama. So what is the meaning of monsoon? Tell me. Good evening Shruti. It is not rain. It is okay. Next. So monsoon is derived from word mausam. So in this monsoon, we can see there is a seasonal reversal of wind. So we can see seasonal reversal of winds. So normally in this monsoon season, we will be expecting the rainfall. So monsoon will bring rainfall, and this season is called as rainy season in India. So what happens here is, yes, we have India here for example, and in which hemisphere India is located? Hello Rakshit. Yes, Kritika. Aditya, it's a big mistake. It is not in southern hemisphere. Shruti, it is not in southern hemisphere. Yes, Anand, it is not in southern hemisphere. So Meghna, it is not in southern hemisphere. So here if you see, this is equator. So for example, I will be drawing here, okay. So for example, let us consider this as globe. Here we have 0 degrees latitude. So this 0 degree latitude is called as equator. So above equator till north pole, it is called as northern hemisphere. And from 0 degrees to 90 degrees south or south pole, so this part is called southern hemisphere. So India is located above equator. So in this way we can see the location of India, that is above equator. So India comes under the part of northern hemisphere. Is it clear? Good evening, Dharni. Okay, so what happens here in this monsoon season is, so why I am saying there is a reversal of wind movement is because, so normally here high temperature is present near equator, right? Okay, from 5 degrees north to 5 degrees south, normally we will be having high temperature. But what happened during this monsoon season, ITCZ, that is Intertropical Convergence Zone, will be shifting towards 22.5 degrees north. Okay, so now we can see low pressure and high temperature will be seen in this area. So what happened according to pressure gradient force? Always winds move from high pressure area towards low pressure area. So comparatively here we have low pressure, and if you are comparing with equator, so we will be having high pressure. So from equator winds will be moving in this direction. Okay, so whenever winds are moving in this direction, so here what happened, because of heat here, so this winds will be also getting heat and they will be bringing moisture from Arabian Sea and Bay of Bengal. Okay, Arabian Sea and Bay of Bengal, and this moist laden winds, they cause rainfall over India. So this is called as monsoon season. So any doubts, anyone? Whether this concept is clear or not, how is monsoon causing rainfall? Okay, and one more thing here is, so whenever they are hitting this western Ghats here, so we have heavy rainfall here, and whenever winds are moving in this direction, so the amount of moisture which is carried by these winds will be decreased, so that we can see heavy rainfall here, and if you are moving towards north, we can see there will be less rainfall. Is it clear? Yes, clear, right? So now let us try to understand what is this concept of El Nino and La Nina. So here you have to remember in continents. So here we have South America, here we have Australia, right? And here we have Asia, and somewhere here India is located. Is it clear? So this will be our, for example, equator. So this will be our 0 degree, that is equator. So in normal conditions, as I said, we can see low pressure will be formed over India and even near this Pacific Ocean. So if you say this is as a Pacific Ocean, so this is the western part and this is the eastern part, right? So in the eastern part we will be having high pressure, and in western part we will be having low pressure. So here we have one low pressure and second low pressure here, and here we have high pressure. According to pressure gradient force, always winds move from high pressure towards low pressure. So winds, they will be moving in this way. So whenever they are moving, what happened? They will be bringing enough rainfall so that we will be having good rainfall in this normal year. Normal year is also called as La Nina. Is it clear? And if you see El Nino here, so opposite will happen. So here we saw high pressure is there, right? So now we can see low pressure is created here and high pressure is created here, and over India, yes, we will be having low pressure. So here only we have one low pressure. Earlier we have two low pressure, so that it will be very strong. So we can attract more amount of winds here. But here we have low pressure, right? Some amount of the winds, they will be moving here. So because of this, it will cause rainfall. It will cause rainfall in this southern American coast. Here it is getting rainfall now. So earlier here in this coast of Australia, we used to get the rainfall, and here India we used to get rainfall. And now we can see rainfall is seen in this part. Okay, and here we can see droughts. So where there is high pressure is formed means, so there will be no rainfall. So this is the concept of El Nino and La Nina. Any doubts? Yes, any doubts? Anyone? Please tell me. Is it clear? Okay, thank you, Venkatesh. So now let us jot down the points regarding El Nino and La Nina, okay? El Nino, La Nina. So please tell me difference between this El Nino and La Nina now. So if you understand the concept, then you can easily differentiate between El Nino and La Nina. So El Nino is called as little boy. It is called as little girl. So El Nino will leads to less rainfall in perspective of India. Less rainfall in India. And La Nina, we will be getting good rainfall. So if you want, you can also make a note of it. It will be very useful. So if you are talking about rainfall in South America, we will be getting good rainfall. Okay, here less rainfall, or we can say drought like conditions in South America. So what is the condition of Australia here? So Australia getting less rainfall, or we can say drought like conditions. So here good rainfall in Australia. Okay, and here if you see in Pacific Ocean, so what is happening in this Pacific Ocean? In El Nino, here in the east, in the west, so west we have high pressure and east we have low pressure. So here in La Nina, in Pacific Ocean, in west we have low pressure and in east we have high pressure. Okay? Yes, they are opposite to each other. And if you see one more interesting point here, so El Nino condition, so we will be having drought like situation in Australia, right? So the upwelling of water will be happening. So whenever there is upwelling of water, what happens? Nutrients will be coming upside, so that will leads to the best fishing grounds. That will act as the best fishing grounds. Okay, and here because of this El Nino in Australia, so we can get fishing. Fishing is very important if there is El Nino, and if there is La Nina means they will be focusing on agriculture. People will be focusing on agriculture because of good rainfall. If there is no rainfall, they will be going for fishing practices. So the same thing happens in South America. So in this El Nino condition, they will be having floods actually. So because of these floods, there will be devastation that is seen in South America. And in this La Nina period, so they will be having the best fishing grounds. So these are some important differences between El Nino and La Nina. Is it clear? So why El Nino affects Peru fishermen? So in El Nino condition, what happened in South America? They will be getting high rainfall, heavy rainfall. So because of this heavy rainfall, there will be floods. So in the floody condition, so here fishermen, they will be not able to go into the sea for the fishing, right? Is it clear, Hariharan? Thank you so much, Arjit. Okay. So whenever you're writing answer regarding El Nino and La Nina, make sure that you are drawing diagram. And you have to label that where high pressure is there, where low pressure is there. And you have to show even the movement of winds. Okay, shall we move on? Your next doubt is regarding World Bank and IMF differences. So how many of you know about what is the basic difference between World Bank and IMF? Yes, you can use Srinivasan. So what are the differences between IMF and World Bank? Yes, what are the difference between World Bank and IMF? Srinivasan says cannot give direct loans but funds for schemes. Okay. Aditya says don't know. Okay, I will address your doubt. Actually, Kavya, she asked this doubt. So what is the difference between IMF and World Bank? So Aditya says only no abbreviation. Okay. WB, World Bank is for infrastructure development. IMF, it is for providing assistance in difficult time. Okay, Anand, can be considered as one point. Yes, World Bank give long-term loans and IMF give short-term loans. Okay, so this is also one difference. Very good, Kritika. So which is the single institution, whether WB or IMF? Yes, Shruti, very good. So which is a single institution, IMF or World Bank? Okay, very good, Arjit. So good point here is World Bank gives loan for infrastructure development, but IMF is giving it for debt. Very good. IMF is single institution. World Bank is a combination of two organizations or two institutions. So in World Bank, we have two institutions together, and in IMF it is a single institution. So first difference. Okay, so out of these two institutions, the first one is IBRD. The first one is IBRD. So what is the full form of this IBRD? Anyone? Okay, Kritika, IMF, very good. And we have IDA. So these are two institutions which comes under the World Bank. So please let me know the full forms. Yes, tell me. At least try, no? IBRD means yes, Hariharan, International Bank for Reconstruction and Development. So what is this IDA? Yes, very good, Kritika. And IDA is International Development Association. So these are the two institutions under World Bank, but IMF, it is a single institution. So next one here is, so this World Bank will be giving the loans for development purpose. It will be giving loans to come out of economic crisis. For example, to resolve BOP, balance of payment crisis. So whether India went to IMF for balance of payment crisis or not? Yes. In 1990s, during 1990s, yes, India approached IMF for balance of payment crisis and India got loan. So please tell me, recently which countries they went to IMF for getting help from IMF. Recently, two countries, which are even our neighbors, they went to IMF. So, which are those countries? So, for one country, India supported. Yes, to which country India supported? Pakistan or Sri Lanka? Yes, for Sri Lanka, India supported. Recently, because of economic crisis in Sri Lanka and Pakistan, and even they are facing balance of payment crisis, and they approached IMF for help, and IMF also accepted to provide help to the Sri Lanka and Pakistan, and especially to maintain a good relationship with Sri Lanka here, India supported for giving loans to Sri Lanka. So here Danamma question is, how do we hard work with job holder? I am police from Karnataka state, madam. So actually if you are spending 2 to 3 hours of time, then you can do it. Okay. So if you have a basic knowledge. Hi Subhash, you are late. Okay. So this is about the second difference. You have to remember BOP. So whenever there is balance of payment crisis, the countries, they will be going towards IMF to get help. So next difference, tell me. So how many members are there in WB and IMF? Yes, hello Shama. So in World Bank we have 189 members as of now. In IMF we have 190 members. Okay. And next one is, here World Bank will be providing financial and technical assistance for developing countries. And this IMF will be focusing on economic monitoring of the countries. It is focused on just economy of the countries, IMF, but here it is focusing on development. It will be providing technical help, okay, financial help to the developing countries. So if you're talking about the power, so the power in World Bank or the members of this World Bank and IMF, so how there is a power? So there is a power which is based on the finance. So here, which country is providing the highest funds, that country will be having highest share. Okay. So that is in the World Bank. So what about this IMF? So what about this IMF? So in IMF we have quota based power. And one more thing here is, World Bank will be giving long term loans and it will be giving short term loans. And one more thing is, if you are approaching IMF, so if IMF want to help you, you have to accept for policy changes. So the same thing which happened with India also. India approached IMF for this balance of payment crisis. At that time here IMF asked that if you are going for reforms, then only we are going to help you. So because of this, in 1991 we came up with this LPG reforms: liberalization, privatization, globalization. Okay, but this is not the case with World Bank. Okay, there is one question. I started preparing for UPSC, but I am studying in IIT Madras. Can't balance between two. Should I focus on placement or keep preparing for UPSC? So it is a very difficult question for me also. If you are studying in IIT Madras, you will be having a lot of package. You will be getting job with a good package, right? So if your motto is really for social service, you can prepare for UPSC. So if you want to earn money, so you can leave your preparation. Okay? Okay, Priya Bala? Okay, Priya Bola. Okay, so is it clear regarding differences between World Bank and IMF? Is it clear, Kavya? So let us move on to the next topic. So next topic is CJI in CEC and EC appointment process. So here I got one doubt like, so what is the impact if CJI is removed in the appointment committee or selection committee? So actually Supreme Court said that in selection of this CEC, Chief Election Commissioner and Election Commissioner, so we need to have a committee. So in this committee we will be having the 3 members. Who are these 3 members? So first one is Prime Minister, second one will be leader of opposition party, and third one will be CJI. But what happened now? The present government, what it did here is it came up with a bill, and in this bill it said that so we are going to remove CJI. Instead of CJI we can come up with cabinet minister. And one more thing you have to remember is this cabinet minister will be nominated person, and this person will be nominated by Prime Minister. So and now who will be the members of this committee? So this committee will be having again 3 members. So first member is Prime Minister, second member is same leader of opposition party, and third member is now cabinet minister. So this is earlier and this is now. So here what are the impacts? Okay, so what are the impacts? Yeah, tell me. So you are thinking about marriage. Yes, tell me. Yes, very good, Aditya. So there is increased executive influence. I will be taking another page. So what will be the impacts? There will be increased executive influence. Next, it will affect free and fair elections. It will affect free and fair elections. Next, manipulation of power. Very good point. Next, yes, opposition party, that is leader of opposition party, will become minority. That means we can see there is a shift of power. There will be shift of power towards executive. Next, yes, there is lack of autonomy. Yeah, next point. Yes, we can see autocracy. And we can see there will be political influence in appointment process. Yeah, next. So there will be loss of trust among people. Okay, I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 points. Right? And even we can see there will be decreased judicial influence. And even what happened here is, we can see the power will be shifted towards executive here. Okay, there will be also loss of trust among the people. No transparency. Even that will lead to increasing of corruption practices. Okay, so these are the some impacts. Is it clear? Is it clear? Shall we move on to another topic? Yes, tell me. If you have any doubts, so please tell me. Thank you so much, Agri Vibes. You are really a strong person. So with time, I evolve like that. Yes. Shall we move on to next topic? Yes or no? Yes, next topic it is about one nation, one election. So one student in our today's class, he asked about what are the negatives of this one nation, one election. So what is this one nation, one election? Thank you so much, Anand. Yes, tell me, what is this concept of one nation, one election? No, not yet. After once class is done, I have to go to home and I have to take care of my kids. My kids will be waiting for me. And after taking care of the kids, and I will be having my dinner. Yes, tell me, what is the meaning of this one nation, one election? Yes, we have elections for Legislative Assembly and Lok Sabha at the same time. So this is the concept of one nation, one election. It is also called as simultaneous elections. It will be for Lok Sabha, not for Rajya Sabha. So Rajya Sabha people are not directly elected by the people, Anand. So you have to focus on basics, Anand. So what are the disadvantages? So you have to focus on only disadvantages here. What are the disadvantages? Because already now today's class I got advantages, so but I didn't ask about disadvantages. So yes, the question came here. Arjit Sinha says, ma'am, your Lakshmikant playlist is just awesome. Ma'am, kindly provide economics playlist. So I'm not the faculty of economy, Arjit. Yes, very good. Lack of infrastructure. Yeah, next. Lack of infrastructure, more burden on executive. Next. Yes, that will also increases pressure on authorities. Increased pressure on authorities. Next. Good evening, Kanu, you are late. Yes, we need to come up with amendment to our constitution. Need constitutional amendment. So why we need this constitutional amendment? Because already in our constitution said that for every 5 years we have to come up with elections. So if you want to come up with this type of one nation, one elections or simultaneous election, so what are the provisions regarding elections? So we have to change that. It is a very complex process. Yes, it will be also affect the vote bank. And next here is there might be law and order issues. So you are not giving the main points. So I am searching for the main points. So first one is the important points I will be jotting out here, okay? So you are thinking generally, but you have to think particularly. So first important point here is we have to come up with constitutional amendment. The first important point you have to write is we need to have constitutional amendment. And second one here is, so it is not happens with all the states, because some states are having the new elections, some states already completed their tenure, some states are in the midway. So because of this, it is impractical for syncing the political parties in the states. It is impractical first of all, because some states they already have formed the new government recently. In some states they are going to have elections, in some states they completed like 2 years or 3 years. So it is very much impractical to conduct simultaneous elections across the country once. Okay, yes, very good Harihar, it cannot be accepted. And next one is it will also lead to erosion of regional identity. It also leads to erosion of regional identity. So what happened whenever this Lok Sabha and Legislative Assembly elections are going on the same way or the same day, what happens? So national issues will be get highlighted over the state issues. So national issues will be highlighted over state issues. So these state issues they are kept aside, right? Is it clear? There will be overemphasis on this national issues compared to that of state issues, and even there will be limited check on corruption. And even it will be affecting the vote bank. Okay. And next important point here is it will be also having impact on federal structure. Okay, it will be having impact on this federal structure. So these are the 6 important points that you have to write whenever if there is any question regarding disadvantages of one nation, one election. Okay. Yes, people will get more burden, security issues will happen. Okay, Srinivasan, already I crossed my time limit. They gave me half an hour to clear the doubts. So in the next session, for sure, I will be addressing your doubt. So please post your comment in after one session is done. So please post your comment in the comment box or doubt in the comment box. Hi Vishal. Okay, so that I can remember your doubt. Hi Sukanya, or late. So after once class is done, so in the comment box you have to post that so that I can take a screenshot of that. I am from Hyderabad. Okay, any doubts? Any doubts regarding the disadvantages? Can you add any more points? Yes, tell me, can you add any more points? Agree vibes, how many kids you have? So I have twins with 3 months old. So recently I delivered twins. Okay, so whenever you are watching live session of the Hindu analysis, so try to make down the doubts. Okay, try to make down the doubts, and after taking down the doubts, so you can post that doubts either in the comment section or you can message me on WhatsApp. Okay, on this number 8074765513, so that I can take the doubts without fail. So Vishal is asking like, can you tell me how to focus mainly on current affairs? So current affairs will become a very important part in your preparation. So without any knowledge regarding current affairs, you can't clear this UPSC for sure. Because in prelims, you will be getting questions on current affairs. In mains, especially GS2 and GS3 based on current affairs. And even in ethics, case studies will be based on current affairs. And in interview, questions will be based on current affairs. So current affairs will be around 55 to 75 percentage of your paper will be with current affairs. So you have to spend time on current affairs and you have to understand the concept, and after understanding the concept what is going on now, you have to come with the static syllabus. So in this way you have to study current affairs. So just mugging up will not help at all. Okay. Thank you so much, Mamata. So without fail, you have to attend the current affairs class. Okay, so that you will be building the basic foundation. Okay, so in current affairs class, I am thinking that I have to connect the static with the basic. Okay, static with this current affairs, and I want to make you understand how to read the newspaper. So it is my aim. Yes, you can add this point. Regional parties cannot compete with the national parties. Happy Teachers Day in advance. Thank you so much, everyone. Okay, so one more thing I want to say here is, yeah, 1 minute. I don't know how to use this also. So actually I want to show about mains answer writing course in Rathod's IAS. So in Rathod Science Academy, we came up with this course called as mains answer writing course. So any students, if they are facing problem regarding mains answer writing, you can join this course and this will be very helpful. So this is that course. So here in this course, we are providing a detailed schedule of 1 year so that you can have an idea regarding so what you have to read in that week, and daily one question will be given for you so that it will be not getting burden for the students who are going to coaching classes or who are preparing self study or who are even preparing by doing job like that. So daily one answer you can write easily so that it will be helpful to habituate to answer writing. Okay, and even you can improve your answer writing skills. So without writing you can't improve the skills for sure. So if you start writing, then only you can generate new ideas like how to concise the content, because in UPSC questions will be asked in the word limit, like you have to write answer within 150 words or 250 words. So here you are reading lot of books, right? So you will be getting gathering information. So you have to think like how to concise information. So for that concising of information, so this answer writing practice is very important, and even you have to write answers within the time limit. So for that practice is necessary, and you can join this course, and it is very costly. It is not much costly when we are comparing with it of others. Okay, so the course cost is 8,200, and there will be daily one question will be given for you, and you are also going to give you the model answer, and detailed explanation of that answer will be there in the live classes, and those live classes will be interactive so that you can also improve your communication skills. And apart from that, here we will be also providing you one-to-one mentorship, because one student's ability is different from another student ability, right? So we can understand them and we can provide you the proper guidance. Okay, so try to join this, and even if you can't pay this amount in one go, you can pay in the 2 installments. Okay, try to join this. It will be very helpful. Okay. So thank you so much for all the students who wish me the happy Teachers Day. And shall we leave? I think Rajya Sabha will become non-permanent house. Isn't it, ma'am? It is not like that. We have two houses because we have bicameral. We are following bicameralism. That means we need to have two houses, upper house and lower house. Okay. So thank you so much for attending the session. So if possible, you can join this course so that we can have live discussion. We will be having the live talkings. Okay. And we can have a good communication in those live classes. So thank you so much for attending this session. And if you are watching Rathod Science for the first time, do subscribe to this channel. And if you like the video, please hit the like button and share this video to your friends also. Thank you so much and good night.